General Flynn has been accused of being part of of believing in a QAnon conspiracy, and yet on this radio show, he proves he does not believe in those QAnon conspiracies. So many of you have reached out and asked me about the Insurrection Act and all of these other things, and I never reported on it unless I had any kind of a fact, and I never had a reliable source for all of the rumors floating around on the right. And I thought it was really dangerous that this disinformation was getting out and really misleading so many of us that I always went by what I heard directly from Trump or General Flynn or Sidney Powell. And Trump really was the big giveaway. I knew there was no such thing as this, that the military took over the government and all this stuff that everyone kept saying and kept sending me links to. And I'm sorry, I didn't report on it because I never had a credible source. And I want you guys to always think of this channel as a place that you can trust. I may play it too safe sometimes, but I'm never going to say something that I know isn't true. And about 90% of the rumors that I heard, I just thought were patently not true, and I'll tell you why. But here's General Flynn on the Doug Billings show. He was interviewed. And some of the audio he breaks up because he's roboing on the show, but you'll hear it straight from him.
I'm just going to ask you some questions, and I want you to just tell me if it's nonsense or if there was anything to it at all. Number one, did President Trump ever sign into action the Insurrection Act?
No. Nonsense.
Nonsense. Is the United States military running the country or just is that nonsense as well?
More nonsense.
Good to hear.
More nonsense. There's no plan. There's so many people out there. Is the plan happening? We have what we have, and we have to accept the situation as it is, but now we have something about it. So I'll get into more questions.
I know that a ton of you have left Fox News, rightfully so. We can't trust most news sources, and I just want to be a place where if I look up an article, that it's something that you can trust. I will always answer questions if you guys have any doubts about what I'm saying. I have corrected myself when I found something wrong. I want to be a place where we can all come together and share information and openly talk about things. And Michael Flynn would know. He would know about all the military stuff and Insurrection Act and all that stuff. And I always knew that stuff was baseless. I knew for sure when he said that he would work with the Republicans in 2022 to straighten out the House and Senate. That's when I knew, because there's no way that he would do that. He would not come public with that plan if there was some giant insurrection being planned out. There's no way that's true. Any of you, if you got that from a news source, don't listen to them again, because they've misled you and they're not a trusted source unless they've corrected themselves. And I don't see any of them correcting themselves. I think it's mean to put out disinformation. I absolutely despise lies. There's no place for it. Guys, the truth is too amazing. And what Michael Flynn is saying is the government is in our hands. The future is in our hands. What are you going to do? He's inspiring people to get involved locally. And that's something we're all going to have to do. Lo and behold, someone is going to magically come and do it for us. It is going to be up to the people. And I've said that all along, calling all patriots. Who here cares about the country? Do you? Write in the comments below if you're willing to volunteer. Locally is where this thing has to be won. I'm Doug TenNapel in Exile.